Come on in.
Hey, Mr. Gooner.
Hey,
Good
how
to
are
see
you
you.
doing? Good to see you
It's
again.
been what, 2 months since the dinner party?
Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course. Been looking forward to meeting with you.
Hey, good
How have you been the past couple months?
I'm good.
That's good. Is it alright if I have a seat here? Is that good?
Please sit down.
Alright. Well, so I understand you have a new product coming out. These cordless dental instruments.
Actually, we have already implemented that product. It's a cordless drill, and so as you know, with Dentsply, we make dentist applications, dentist products that we use. So like drills, drill bits, suction devices. And the problem is that most people have them using power cords, but we've developed one using a micro motor that doesn't require a cord with it, so you can freely move it around.
Oh yeah, very convenient. It's an impressive innovation. I can see why.
Thank you.
It's very impressive.
A lot of time in R&D.
So I know but you have been struggling with getting this product within your current dental practitioners that you work with or can currently sell to. They're not buying this product.
I'm a little surprised because we lead the market in innovation and just dentist products.
Yeah. So I've heard. I mean, you guys are knowledgeable. You're a well-known company. So well, I'm here. I understand that you kind of asked for if I had any tips for you from my experience. So I'm here to possibly give you some tips for your sales reps, and I'm also here to show you how I believe that the CRM system, Netsuite, could possibly help your reps and managers track sales.
Yeah, funny that you mentioned a CRM system. We actually try to use a CRM system before.
Yes, I'm aware of that. So I'm here to. I understand you had some issues with it. I'm here to show you NetSuite and how it could possibly help you.
Excellent.
So if you don't mind, I'm just going to start with asking a couple questions, possibly take some notes down, because if I don't take notes, I'll forget, and I can go back and review these and possibly come up with some more solutions for you.
Excellent.
So to start off, why do you feel like your salespeople aren't reaching the numbers that you want to see?
Well,
Or performing as well as you'd like them to with this new product?
as you know, Dentsply Sirona, which is where we are, is literally the world's largest manufacturer of products. So we have hit a target market that is very good for us. The target market is definitely aware of our presence, but I feel like we're not doing as good of a job as we should be by getting them to buy our products, which is why you're here.
Yes.
So I don't think that they're really understanding how effective and efficient our product is.
Yeah.
So
I can see that it's hard to kind of convey the benefits of it without just saying, here, it's great, buy it, so.
Because every dentist knows that, like, these are the tools of their trade, the corded system that they use, but again, I don't think that they realize how amazing the product that we've developed at Dentsply is.
Okay. So how are your salespeople currently pitching these cordless instruments?
We have them basically through their managers and their regions, calling out and cold calling our previous and new customers to see what products they're using and to see if we can get them to sign on with our new product.
Okay. So mainly calling and
touching base with customers.
I got you. Okay. So do you have any ideas or possible thoughts on how they could improve their sales? Something they could possibly do different to help your numbers go up a bit?
Yes. So to improve their sales, I feel like that we can really talk about how our product helps relieve a common problem in the dentistry field is that dentists will retire at a very early age due to the fact that when they use these corded products or whatever products that they might be using, they're hunched over, they're spending a lot of hours just manipulating their wrist. So we really wanted our salespeople to talk to our customers about how by it being cordless, they'll lose less.
Exactly. More mobility with it.
Yeah, they'll lose less dentists, and thus it'll be a higher turnover for them.
Okay, so you're just trying to convey to them this is
we're trying to convey why our product is the bee's knees.
Perfect. Yeah, and you're
the bee's knees.
Perfect. Yeah. So, alrighty. Well, so do you believe that your salespeople are currently showing the customer that the value and benefits outweighs the cost of the investment they put in for this product? Like, let me phrase it this way. So, are your salespeople showing them, here's what it does, here's why it's worth your money?
Funny enough, we just try to keep them on the subject of our new product because like as I said before, this is a field where, you know, once technology has innovated to a certain point, people don't feel like upgrading.
Yes.
And so we just want them to realize that our upgrades are worth it by just, again, we've just been talking about our benefits really. So I can see how that, now that you mentioned it, I can see how that just by mentioning benefits, customers won't really see why they need to upgrade.
Yes.
So
that's something I possibly could help you with, just by showing them, here's what it does. It sounds expensive, but it really is worth the money. Like how you said, it does a lot of things that the cordless ones, or the corded ones can do. So do you think your customer base would possibly be larger if your sales reps have been focusing on value versus investment in the past?
Oh yes.
So you do think it'd be a good idea for them to focus on showing the value for what they're getting? Okay.
So we didn't build up this foundation just by, you know, being moderate.
Yeah.
We did it by being the lead. So if we had been able to sign on more customers or more, I guess, not firms, but more practices to use our product, we would have had a much larger foundation starting off.
Okay.
Which, not saying that our foundation isn't good enough, but, you know, more is always better.
So earlier you said that your managers and sales reps in these regions, they're cold calling the practitioners that you guys sell to. Do you think that this is an efficient method of informing your customers of this product?
Do I feel like it's an efficient method? Not really. As you can tell, we haven't really been getting as many hits as we should have.
So originally you kind of thought it would work, but now you kind of said about this.
I mean, realistically, the way we think is like, you have this amazing product that will alleviate so many problems.
Yeah, it's like, why won't they sign on? So it's tough. So in the past, have you? Oh, sorry. I was reading the wrong thing. I have another question here. Do you think that this could possibly annoy your customers, just calling them up out of the blue without maybe setting up a prior arrangement for this call?
So now that you mention it, funny enough, we've had it to where a customer has called us back threatening loss of business due to the fact that our salespeople are hammering them with amazing offers.
Oh, really? So multiple salespeople have called this one person.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that can get a little redundant. Okay.
I'm afraid at this point we might we're starting to inundate our customers with, you know, benefits from our product.
Yeah.
Instead of actually getting, you know, catches.
I know exactly what you mean. So, based on that, do you think your salespeople are focusing too much on the benefits of your product? What I mean by that is that rather than showing them the disadvantages of the product they're using right now, the core tools, do you think you should focus on telling them why they should move from this product A here to B? There's something, going back to my college days, one of my professors taught me, instead of focusing on, hey, here's our product, it's amazing, it's so great, of course they expect you to say that. What I've gathered and what my professor said is you need to focus on getting them off of their current product. Do you think they focus maybe more on just saying, here's how great my product is?
Now that you mention it, yes. The way that our reps have been handling these situations in the past, the way that we've seen it work, except for right now, is that we'll have our reps talk about the benefits of our products almost solely because of how great this innovation is. But now that you mention it, I can see how just by mentioning benefits again and again and again, it might annoy / you know, drive a customer away almost.
It's a lot of, it's tough. I mean, it's a lot of information for them to just get piled on them. And I mean, it can be overwhelming to them. Have you ever had it in the past where a customer just kind of shut down because they were so overwhelmed by you just saying, it does this, it does this, it does this, and they're just like, I can't even keep up.
I've had some of my managers say that when they've sat in on a deal, that sometimes when we're going over the benefits, customers kind of get this kind of, you know, shy look on their face, saying like they're kind of getting turned away from the product, just because I think I can tell that they're starting to realize like, oh, this might cost too much.
Yeah,
because of how great it is.
It sounds too good to be true, and it's like, this is kind of the expense.
It honestly doesn't cost as much as people would think, based on how great it is. So it costs roughly about $23,000 per I guess practice.
All right,
standard size practice.
So I guess in regards to your selling strategies, I guess my main recommendations to you, and I can, if you need me to, I can write this up in document or something so you can read this, but I'll just go and tell you, I think you would benefit greatly from showing the value of the product or the money is worth the benefits.
Yes.
I think your salespeople should really focus on that. I also think you maybe should cut back on the cold calling aspect and maybe start dropping by, setting up like meetings, maybe some demonstrations of the products, and
it's just hard to do that with our time constraint right now.
Yeah, that's true. It is tough, but so I guess my main point was trying to cut back on the cold calling for now and just kind of try to think of some other ideas besides that. And also, I think that, like I said, I think you need to focus also on their current tool. That
Getting them off their current
exactly,
system.
yes.
Okay.
So get them off of what they're on, show them why this is inferior, and then maybe lead in to say like, oh, this is better than this because of this is why, like this can address this issue with this tool.
Okay.
So I understand you've used some CRM providers in the past, and
yes.
Why didn't these work out for you?
A couple, I think maybe 5-6 years ago, we had a CRM provider that just, for the benefits that we were using, it was a little too complicated at the time of the size of our business. And you know how we had our headquarters, our international headquarters in Austria.
Yeah.
And then we're settled over here. So just that kind of communication and customer data going in between places, it's just, it got a little too complicated to use the CRM system. This is what we've been doing right now.
Okay. So you felt it was a little too much work, I guess,
yeah.
for what you were receiving. So with this new product and your growth, have you recently been thinking about maybe trying a CRM system again?
Yeah.
To possibly track your dental customers' records and your practitioners that you are in business with?
Yeah, funny enough that you mentioned tracking. I've had some problem with tracking since our growth, but right now with the focus on the new product, I definitely want to see what customers are buying.
Yeah.
So I believe that a CRM system would be beneficial at this point.
Okay. So since you aren't currently using one, how are they keeping track of sales, like your managers and reps in their regions?
This might sound a little archaic, but I have my managers receive reports from our sales reps, which are basically Excel documents and emails, more or less, of their activities. And then they spend about every week, I'd like to say we have 8 managers, so 10 hours a week spending time collating this information based on Excel sheets and then reporting out.
Wow, so you said 10 hours a week. Do you feel as if that method's a little time consuming possibly?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 managers spending 10 hours a week is very time consuming.
Yeah.
So I feel like I could be doing something else with that time.
Yeah, so based on that, I was just about to ask you that. Do you think that they could be using that time maybe to focus on something else rather than just reporting sales?
Oh yes. With our growth and with our regional aspect of selling this new product, I'd really like our managers, based on whatever region they're on, to track new customers, help out our current salespeople, find customers, and to, I guess, more or less manage our current customers.
Okay. So. And again, I don't want to do how you said your salespeople and do and say NetSuite's great, but NetSuite can definitely address a lot of those issues. So have either your managers or reps lost any sales data by not having a CRM system set in stone, like using the Excel documents and transferring it up the ladder to get to you?
So unfortunately, yes, we've had a little bit of a loss with that, just because of how we do our current tracking system. Some information was misplaced because we didn't have it all in the same, I guess, not location, but like in the same area of access. So we did end up losing customer data, but we did recover it, but not in time for our customer to be satisfied with that.
So you have had issues in the
we've
past
had a
losing
loss with
data.
that, yes.
Okay. And yeah, losing data, that could lead to
Yes,
possible
knock on wood.
lawsuits. Yeah. That could have been a lot worse. Yeah, it could have been bad. But so that covers all the questions I have for you. If you don't mind, I can show you some of the features of NetSuite and see if you'd be interested in this.
Okay.
So I'll come over there. So first of all, the data, how you said you lost data. If you look here, I can show you. NetSuite keeps up, like it reports everything. It reports your sales, it can report your customers, everything that's going on in different regions. It also has mobile capabilities, so like everything you see here.
Yeah, that'll be great when our sales team actually use that because they're on the move.
Yeah, and so you can access everything that is accessible on the website is accessible from your phone.
Oh, excellent.
So they're able to track their sales. That goes straight to you. You can log in,
Okay.
and you'll see, instead of him having to go,
Oh wait, you said that they can track their sales on CRM?
yes.
Will I be able to access this information?
Yes, you definitely will be. So that's why I think having something like this, a set in stone system, it really eliminates the possibility of losing data. Because I mean, with the Excel spreadsheet, I mean, you do what you got to do, but I think you guys have gotten to the point where you really probably could benefit from CRM.
Thankfully, yeah, we've grown to
Yeah.
that point. So I'm just afraid of losing a big accounts data because that's a huge liability that I don't want to take a risk over. You know, funny enough that you mentioned just having multiple sources of data in one place. I've had a customer call back to me, specifically me, and say that, yeah, I'm getting multiple calls by your salespeople from your company trying to sell the same thing to me.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So I've had overlap. So I don't.
That's like we talked about earlier. That would prevent this because you would be able to see who's interacted with what customers and if they made a sale and what came from that. So
Now, would I also be able to track the products that our customers have?
yes, you can. You can track customer purchases, everything like that. So I mean, if you do like what you see, if you think this is something you're interested in, we can set up a meeting possibly in the next couple weeks or whenever's good for you. So
how about we meet? I gathered my current, I guess, some of my managers from my team, and we meet. How about next Wednesday?
yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect for me. So I know you obviously have my phone number, my information, but I have a business card here. It's got my email. I have a second phone, so that's on there as well. So
Thank you.
feel free to call me, Mr. Ritter. I'm looking forward.
All right.
Seeing you next Wednesday. I'll see you then.
All right.